Good evening. I just want to say a word or two about what this is all about. You can hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. I have taught a number of college courses over the years, and have had students like these wonderful people over here. Two of the students are here, two of the recipients. And it's so hard for them to come to take single courses at night, etc. They're really important people. They really appreciate what you have helped in terms of them going on for higher ed. Thank you.
Sandy and I said yes to chairing the Newbridge Scholarship Raffle Fund because we knew it would strengthen and help build community here at Newbridge, and it would provide scholarships for our amazing staff eager to continue their education. With the support of the whole community and our amazing ticket sellers, the impact has been magical, and we have raised over $40,000 selling 406 tickets. This raffle has allowed every single resident to receive a knock on their door or a jingle on their phone with connection to a fellow member of the community. Scholarship recipients and other staff have been excited to watch the level of resident participation increase, and they have been delighted to see the scholarship fund grow. And tonight, we come together with two of our staff service scholarship recipients themselves, Melissa Paul, say hi, and Carol Martinez. And we are ready to laugh and to sing, to eat delicious dessert, and to have fun. Sandy and I were honored to chair the Scholarship Fund raffle this year, and we have loved getting to know so many new friends since we signed on to this role. One of our very favorite friends is the amazing Paul Hardiman, a beloved longtime member of this community. It was in good part his brilliant idea to begin the Newbridge Scholarship Raffle in the midst of COVID. And so, without further ado, please silence your phones as we ask Paul to put on his high hat and light up his bow tie and get on with the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Bonnie and Sandy. We're here. And again, is Jerry Weiner here? I'll ask him that question. Does he know what day it is? No, it's the evening of St. Paddy's Day. But welcome all. And as Bonnie told you, it's an incredible accomplishment. $40,000 from a population of about 325 people. It's truly a commentary on you all and your generosity. But we have a lot to cover tonight, and I'm about to read a lot of names, all of whom deserve our thanks because they contributed so greatly. Leading it off is Matt Hollingshead. And he's committed the management of Newbridge to support us in a very, very worthy cause. Thank you, Matt. And of course, George Ferrero and Joel Jones and the many, many contributions of the Food and Beverage Department including our wonderful dessert reception that will follow these activities. And then, of course, we have Rhonda Glyman, who committed assisted living and the residents here to help us out. Larissa Lavish and Susan Titus Garnier from the communications area. And she not only committed prizes, 2 dinners, a couple of courses, with just terrific support. We have Nancy Vega and Christina Rice, and her contribution of 2 personal training hours at the gym. I certainly could use those, but I didn't win them. Joe Zagalas, Lynette Charles, and our ticket sellers. And at the beginning of this, I said, we recruited all-stars, many of whom we stole away from other ticket-selling operations, but they came with us, and boy, selling 406 tickets, that's quite an accomplishment. But quickly, let me name them: Beverly Ashworth, Mitch Freeman, Ruth Glazer. We have Herb Glickman, who led the team, and he was also part of the finance team that kept track of all the money and making sure that everything is in this. And that kudos go to Len Green, Judy Rubenstein, and Jerry Nadich, again, for the financial support and accounting for all the money that we fortunately raised. And who can forget Betty Shapiro and her wonderful advertising. I think Betty I think personally visited, every bathroom on campus and made sure that there was an advertisement behind every stall door. I mean, she literally left no seat unturned. Thank you, Betty. We really appreciate your effort. And then, of course, were Michael Ross and Bob Mesnick, who were designated official Raffle photographers. And you will see the benefit of their fine work over the next, I'm sure, few weeks. And also the donors. Remember, we had prizes that you won. The first, I think, is Sheila Palais and her beautiful framed pictures that were very popular this year and last year. Judy Weinberg, she donated terrific quilted holders for microwave. And Naomi Webb, she had a fine quilted wall hanging. And back into the raffle, which will be raffled off again tonight. We have Bella Vita Salon. They've been a regular here for 3 years, and we greatly appreciate that effort. And I have to mention Steve Caldwell, and just a comment. Steve was, on the management side, responsible for this raffle 3 years ago. It was his idea to have cash grand prizes and credit for the rent, and we thank Steve for that. And then, in addition, his great management support in the first year and last year all made this possible and what's happening today. And we thank you, Steve, very much. And Lou Wolf, who is not here, but he is certainly a supporter and a donor, and he's annually contributed the Red Sox tickets. And really, again, the biggest thanks is to all of you, the participants, those of you who bought tickets. You made it all happen. And I think this year, we'll probably have a record amount granted as scholarships for very, very deserving employees. So thank you very much. Now, I know you're all breathlessly waiting for the drawing. And let me get to it and briefly tell you, first there'll be a drawing. And then we'll have some fantastic entertainment with Warren Shine and Tom Lamarck, Dave Landoni, and Mark Colavina. And then, the important thing for most of us, it'll be followed by a dessert reception, and a terrific one at that, again, sponsored by Food and Beverage. And again, thanks to Josh and Joel for that effort. And I also would like at this point to introduce some special guests. Unfortunately, Lou Wolf is not here, but remember, behind every successful man, there's a great woman. And tonight we have his lovely wife, Sarah Wolf, and she is going to be one of the drawers. Thank you for coming, Sarah. And then we have Pam and Steve Caldwell. Steve, you could officially say he's making a cameo, because this was a busy week for Steve. I know he's anxiously awaiting the outcome of next week's hockey game between Harvard and Cornell. Good luck on that, Steve.
It's tomorrow.
And also, we have Lauren and Matt Hollingshead. And as you know, what Matt does, but you may not realize that he has been a terrific supporter of the Scholarship Fund Raffle. Because he led the management commitment, and we greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Now, let's have the raffle and find out who won all these prizes, particularly the grand prizes, the 3 cash prizes, a $500 rental credit, a $1,500 rental credit, and a $3,000 rental credit. And first off, we'll have Sarah draw the Red Sox tickets. Winner of the Red Sox tickets. Wow. Jerry Sands. Congratulations, Jerry. Sarah, thank you very much. Second, we'll have, and this is a popular item, a beer tasting for 6 people, including the winner, hosted by Steve Caldwell. Now, Steve is an expert on beer. Its type, its composition, its chemistry, its history. So that is going to be a lot of fun. So Steve, come on up. Let's draw a winner.
Okay. I can't read the last name. Now that I've retired, I can't read anymore either.
Judy.
It's Judy.
4119, apartment.
All right. Judy, we will have a lot of fun.
Steve, thank you. Josh, this is the chef's dinner. For 4, including Matt and his wife Lauren.
Linda Sapinor.
Linda. Linda here? Paul, would you accept? Yes. Thank you, Linda. Good, wonderful. Now, next we have the grand prize, 3rd level. Let's have a.
Oh, this is good.
This is a good, yeah. Matt, you have the honor. A $500 rental credit.
Raya Drebin.
Congratulations, Ryan. Now, the 2nd level of $1,500 rental credit.
Mr. J. Fialco.
Oh! Oh! Congratulations, Jay. That's fantastic. This will really help that Social Security check. And lastly, the big one. The big one. Bigger. Bigger. The $3,000 rental credit.
Are we ready? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. Paul Travinsky.
Congratulations, Paul. Now, oh, Matt, I have a spot here that says Matt speaks.
I thought I got away with one after our Thursday Zoom chat, but I'm back. So I want to just say to everybody, thank you very much for coming together as a community. It's really incredible when you think about the investment that you made in the future of all of the students that work here. It's truly incredible. And at the same time, I hope you all recognize how incredible it is. This doesn't happen normally. This is not a normal thing that occurs. This is all of you bringing yourselves to make our outstanding community. So I just want to say thank you. It means a lot, and I'm honored to be part of this. At the same time, a lot of you have noticed that Steve Caldwell's here. A few of you have told me that I look tired, and he looks really fresh. So he's back in, and I'm out. Take care, everyone. No, but in all seriousness, thank you very much. It's an honor, and have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Now, I'd like to get to the entertainment and introduce some terrific people. Warren Shine and Tom Lamarck, Dave Lindoni, and Mark Olavina. And let me just say a few words about Warren.
God, you said enough already.
Oh, all right.
No, go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I spent some time with him in the back room there. So,
Excuse me? If I ever change, you'll be first.
Warren, you can tell, he said he played the Bush circuit, and including Grossinger's. So he's been around, and I think he also played with Brahms, Bacharach, or one of those people. Warren has been performing in New York to LA for 2 decades. He played lead singing roles in many stock and off-Broadway shows. Warren is also an actor, a voiceover artist for TV and radio, and he has recorded such well-known advertisers as the History Channel, Nickelodeon, WPLJ Radio, AMC, M&M, and A&E. And he's accompanied by Tom Lamarck Orchestra, which is an experienced ensemble of very, very professional.
Breakfast will be served. Did I wake anybody? Hi. How are you? I'm coming down. I want to get a little closer. Thank you very much, Stan. My God, I think you took too much diuretic today. I don't know what it could have been. It's so nice to be here. Is everybody here is from Massachusetts? Anyone from New York? Yeah. Who said yeah? Yeah. Where are you from? Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. Where? It depends. Where were you from, Brooklyn?
Nostrand Avenue.
Nostrand Avenue. You lived on the corner. That's great. Who else? Where are you from, darling? New York. Brooklyn. I'm from New York. I grew up in Queens Village, and I live on Long Island now. You know? And where's that, sweetheart? Where? Whitestone. Right under the Whitestone Bridge. A lot of mafia people live down there. You know? I'll tell you. And I like you. Look with the jewelry and the gold. What beauty parlor did you buy this outfit in? My God. Gorgeous. Maybe I'll get out to my car later. I'll be afraid to start the ignition. But that's okay. Who else not from, where? Kings Highway. Oh, your family had money. Oh, sure. What's that? Yes, sir. The Bronx. Why is it called the Bronx? It's the Bronx. Where in the Bronx? Anywhere, it doesn't matter. Way up high. Close to the Yonkers. Okay. Anybody else from out of town? Where, sweetheart? Everyone's from Brooklyn. Where? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Reminds me of the story about Izzy and Murray. They were from Williamsburg, you know, like the Orthodox area. And one day, Izzy's walking down the street, and Murray pulls up in a brand new red Lexus convertible. He says, Murray, what's with this car? He says, my girlfriend, Sarah. You know, that girlfriend, Sarah of yours, she's talking all over town, the neighborhood, how much she loves you. Yeah, but how did you get this? It was simple. Last week, she wanted to go for a ride. We drove up to Monroe in the Catskills. She pulls off the road into this meadow where nobody could see us. All of a sudden, she puts the top of the car down, gets out of the car, and starts to get undressed, standing before me completely naked. She says, Bubala, go ahead, take what you want. So I took the car. And what does his friend say to him? It's a good thing you took the car, because if you took her clothes, they wouldn't fit you. Please, take that and stick it up your own tuchus. I don't need it. But I tell you, it's very nice to be here wherever I am on the Charles. I like that. On the Charles. It's so nice. It's really nice. Actually, I stopped on my way up. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, my 101-year-old uncle had passed away. I wanted to see my aunt, see how she's doing. And you know what, folks? When I go, I want to die just the way he did. Honestly, this man was never sick one day in his life. He kept working. And when I go, I want to die the same way he did in his sleep. Not like his 3 friends who were in his car with him while he was driving. And they're laughing. They're don't, you know. No, but it's nice to be here on the Charles on a chilly Thursday night in the height of the off-season. It's the end of my career, ladies and gentlemen. My Volvo is the silver one parked in the parking lot. When you walk by, do me a favor. Put a stone on top of it. Would you do that? Okay, Tommy, let's give it a little. What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down that knitting, oh, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come and hear this band. Come blow your horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's are waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chums. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come and hear this band. Come blow your horns, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret. Bodita. Thank you so much. L'chaim. 18 years. That's what it means, 18 years. I got a nephew doing 18 to life in Lebanon. It's so. I want to thank those people who sent me some emails to my website requesting some songs, which we put into the show for you tonight. It was very nice of you. I've never done them before, but we're going to give it a shot because I just want you to be, I want you to be very, very happy. You know, on the way here, because I come from Long Island, it was a schlep. Let me tell you, 3.5 hours. I loved every minute. You ever get someplace after you're driving and you pull in to park your car, you don't even realize you got there? You're just thinking, I don't even know, my car just knew, you know, how to get here. But I had to stop at a drugstore to pick something up. I needed a couple of little items and I didn't want to be here late. And I needed, you know, some toothpaste, a little shaving cream, you know, just stuff. And I'm waiting online to check out. I don't know, you folks, you know, like Walgreens, Rite Aid, that kind of thing. And I finally get up to the cashier and she was so cranky. And she just kept looking at me saying, strip down. Will you just strip down? So it took me about 20 seconds to realize she meant my debit card. All right, you'll laugh like later when you get home, when you get back to your bar. That doesn't matter. You think it's easy writing this stuff? But I grew up in Queens, and we had a great neighborhood, Queens Village. You know, it was an Italian-Jewish neighborhood, and there were gangs. You always have gangs. Didn't we, wherever you grew up? Yeah, especially if you're in Brooklyn. Don't shake your head, no, because I'm telling you. You know, we had gangs like the Italian gangs. They were called the warlords. The Jewish gangs, they were called the landlords. And it was, because when I went to school, I came home one day, I said to Mom, guess what, Mom? I got the lead part in a school play. She goes, darling, that's wonderful. That's how she spoke, I'm not kidding. That's wonderful. What part is it? I say, I play the part of a Jewish husband. She starts yelling and screaming, tomorrow you go back, you tell your teacher you want a speaking part. Oh my goodness. And my grandmother, Nana, she lived with us. And I would do chores around the house. You know, when I was a kid in those days, when you did chores, you got a few dollars, you know, each week. Now, your grandchildren, you know, they don't get money. You buy them a BMW. You know, I know that today it's different, but I was a big James Bond fan as a kid. I loved the second movie. It was Goldfinger. So my grandmother lived with us, and we all go one Friday night. We go to the movies. So we're there, my parents, my grandmother, and as soon as the movie is over, my mother, God bless her, she was a woman of no patience whatsoever. She goes, okay, the movie's over, let's go. My father says, I can't get up. My backside fell asleep. She said, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. My grandmother chimes in, no, it's not. I heard it snoring. They love it. This is a great, I'm telling you, this is just here's a joke that Freddie Roman, remember the comedian Freddie Roman? Unfortunately, we lost him back in November. Here's a great joke that he gave me. I love it. I just love it. Turns out there's a couple that married 47 years. Unfortunately, gentleman's wife, she got sick, she passed away. So they had a beautiful service. Soon as it was over, the pallbearers walk up, they lift up the coffin, they start to walk out of the chapel when the coffin hits the wall. And from inside the coffin you hear, oh my God! It's a miracle. She's alive. She lived another 3 years. Unfortunately, got sick again, died again, had to have another funeral. Service is over. Again, the pallbearers go, lift up the coffin, they start walking out. The husband stands up and says, for God's sakes, watch out for the wall. All right, that one's out. I'm sorry. I tell you, but at least you're laughing. Last week I was in Philadelphia, I was working, and for the first half hour of the show, there was no applause, no recognition. I couldn't understand it. I thought maybe the audio system wasn't working. So I tapped gently on the microphone. I said, Mike must be dead. A gentleman in the front row turned to his friend and said, hey, did you hear? Mike died. These are good. Didn't your kids ever go to the Catskills? Come on, that's where it started. I worked with a lot of great people. Steve Lawrence and Eddie Gourmet. Toady Fields, Red Buttons. Marty Allen and Steve Rossi, Tom Lamarck and his orchestra. And we're still here. But you know what? We got requests. We're just going to have a good... We doing all right so far? You sure? I'm just checking because, you know, when you sit home, you have to do all day long on television, commercials. One commercial after the other. And you know, there are so many commercials for drugs. Isn't that something? Every other commercial is, and you know what they're really focusing on? They're focusing on a man's sexual prowess. Really, it's unbelievable. I mean, take that drug, Viagra. It's a wonderful drug. I take one every day. It keeps me from rolling out of bed at night when I sleep. It does. And now they've got this new one, Cialis. And I kid you not, this is right from the commercial. It will help a man work for at least 36 hours. Look at me. I'm 71 years old. I'll be happy for a snappy 10 minutes. You know, no, I'm not kidding. It's really something what goes on. But I got a lot of stuff. We'll kid around, we'll kibitz. By the way, is Sam Stern here? Sam, I gotta come over. What's doing, Sam? How are you? Everything's fine? You what? When I get through here, you won't be. Hiya, Sam. How are you? Your name is on the audience engagement for Raffle finale. Isn't that something? I don't know for who. Because if I win, it'll be $7. With $7, if I go shopping, I could buy 2 lemons. How are you? What did you do for a living, Sam? What did you do for a living? Smart man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean, that's it. Okay, what about Murray Stroud? Where's he? Where's Murray? Oh, he's up front. This is the guy that gives him a friend. What, before, you're the guy that gave your buddy the piece of cake that you already ate off the plate? And we shared it. Murray, how are you? You look terrific. You got so dressed up to be here. You got a little corned beef on your sweater, but that's okay. How about Bob Mesnick? Where's Bob? Bob's taking, go ahead, Bob, go ahead. Here, take one. Is that good? You got it? Let me tell you what you can do with that picture. And I'm being polite. I am. Bob Auckland. Where's Bob? Hi. What are you? Like you gonna be in The King and I? Yeah. Could you turn a little to the right? The glow of the light is blinding you. How are you? Are you also from Massachusetts? No. Where are you from? Richmond? Yeah. Los Angeles. No, what part? West Los Angeles. No, I went to Cal State Northridge. Really? Yeah. Folks, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna talk. So, no, you did? I was there in 1970.
I was there later.
Later? Well, obviously, you're living here. So I could sing. No, I'm kidding. That was funny. Were you a doctor or something real? No, what'd you do for a living? Rabbi. Really? No kidding. You should verschuldig me. I'm sorry. It's nice. When do you do therapy? Because Lord knows I could use it. Go to Stelford is right. That's right. Betty Shapiro. Shapiro? Oh, excuse. Already he's starting. I can see. Betty, hi. You dress so coordinated and nice. You should have. You look like you were a therapist. Like your shirt with the little squares. What are you laughing? I didn't say anything funny. You're just mother's a very important thing to be. I know a lot of people who were mothers. I don't want to get into that. But you were also on the Raffle finale. I don't know what it means. Audience engagement for Raffle finale. You know? All right, good, but it's nice to meet you. Are you here with someone or you're by yourself? Okay, nice, but do you cook? It is a 4-letter, isn't it? I know a lot of 4-letter words. God forbid. Nobody here makes a nice brisket? You got a little Jewish guy here. I'm dying for it. What do you get? I have a recipe book at home. It's just takeout menus. That's all it is. Did I already ask for Judy Goldman? Where's Judy? Judy, hi. How are you? I love the way your mask matches your color outfit. I'll tell you. Also on the What's everybody on the finale? It's the last thing you're gonna do? I don't know. And how about Sid? Sid? Giuseppe? I can't I don't have my glasses. Sid! There she is! You dropped the strawberry before. And you ate it. I can tell. No, you're very sweet. You have such nice people letting me walk out here because the guys up there, they're just sitting on their asses. That's all I have. No, I'm kidding. Everybody having a good time? I'm loving this. Such nice people up here. I'll tell you. I don't know what I'm doing or where we are or what's happening. So I thought today I don't know what I'm even talking about. I think I'm having a stroke. I'm telling you, no. It's so, you know why it's nice? Because I'm looking at such beautiful faces. I don't know how many of you guys just sit and talk amongst yourselves. Go down to Florida. I love anybody. I guess if you're a snowbird, you're there now. But I love Florida. You know, first of all, when I go do a job, the problem is if you can't find parking, it's impossible to find parking unless you have a handicap sticker. You know. So I finally find parking. I'm at the village of Oriole in Delray Beach. And some people, when they park their car, they forget where it is. So they want to decorate the windshield with some plastic flowers, a balloon, a piece of ribbon, you know. And I'm standing by the stage door in the back of the theater, and I watch them put it on their car. And then they go in, and we do the show. And then just before the show, I go back out, and I change all the decorations from one car to another. When the show is finally over, I go back out. I watch 500 Jews all trying to get into the same white Honda Accord. Oh, I'm telling you, Florida's something. Driving down I-95, watching cars with no drivers go by. Just little guys sitting like this. Bernice, are we in Boynton Beach? Oh, it's something. And my mother, God bless her, every day, all they do was go to doctors. See, my mother had a motto. She changed doctors whenever the one she was going to disagreed with her diagnosis. No, really. When you're laughing, it's true. My mother was so mashigana. She used to send my father to the doctor for a checkup. She sends him one day. He's gone 5 hours. He finally gets home. She says, "What's this? Dave, you've been there 5?" He says, "That doctor you sent me to, he's crazy. He's a madman. I go for a physical." He says, Dave, you got herpes. Herpes. What the heck is herpes? She goes, "Calm down. I'll look it up in the dictionary." You got nothing to worry about. It says here, it's a disease of the Gentiles. It's working. I don't know. You okay? Are they good enough? You like that one, didn't you? I'll give you $10 later. Okay. I don't know what we're doing. What do you want to say? You want to pick something? We had a couple of requests. Nobody cares. We'll just push around. How about let's do my little medley? I can't even speak. This is it's the medley. No, let's do the from. That's it. Oh, this. Right in your hand. For Christ, Jesus, look at your glasses. Hi, you got so quiet in here. By the way, throw out anything you want. Not your husband's or anything like that, but whatever. Okay. Here's a little parody that I had written, was written for me. It'll kind of give you a little definition of who I am and what my life has been like. Jewish, like you couldn't tell. I'm short, chubby, and Jewish. I'm not tall, dark, and handsome, but I've done things my way. Did the Catskills, nursing homes, commercials, and stock. Now I'm doing the Great New Bridge today. Memory, 45 years in showbiz. Did voiceovers and stand-up. Mr. Saturday Night. When the dawn comes, my agent tells me Florida calls, and I'm booked on the very, very next flight. Burnt out tools of cigarettes. It's time for early bird dinners. Spend my days doing jokes and jolting. You think that I would be thinner, shorter? Could I be any shorter? I love doing Cole Porter, Johnny Mercer and such. In the moonlight, I see myself as Gregory Peck. In the mirror, not so much. Memory, hope I don't lose my memory as I stand in the spotlight and I swoon melt or may. If there's one thing, it really is where I'd like to be, and it's right here. I want to stay, and it's right here. I want to stay, and it's right here. I want to stay. La da dee da da da. Anything special you like to hear? It's hot in here, and I'm loving it. Is everybody having a good time? I'm glad. I'm glad. I really am. You know, I've really had a wonderful career. I cannot complain about a thing. I forget the exact line, but when you enjoy what you do for a living, it just makes you happy and you live longer. And this spring, no kidding, this is truth, I'm going to celebrate 50 years as a professional in show business. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. It started in my parents' living room. I'm not kidding. My parents had relatives and friends over. And they said, oh, Warren's an entertainer. And I started doing it, and I haven't stopped since. It's really been great. And the good fortune is that I get to work with these outstanding musicians. Mark, Dave, and this gentleman right here, Mr. Lamarck, who is an amazing, amazing guy. So, with me stop talking so much, let's do a little Mel Torme. That's all. That's one of my favorites. Have any Torme fans here? Oh, how could you not? You know, some of you who are from New York, I don't know that the radio station reached up here, but it was called WNEW 1130 AM. They played the music of everyone who was dead. Yeah. And I had the good fortune to work with a DJ there, Mark Simone. But here's a song that was the first song I ever recorded on my first CD. We sold thousands, hundreds, 7. Actually, only 3. Those others I had to give to members of my family. They were too cheap. Mel Torme recorded this in 1966. I'd like to sing it to all you beautiful ladies that are here. Guys, I hope you remember this one. I can only give you love that lasts forever, and a promise to be near each time you call. And the only heart I own is for you and you alone. That's all. That's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light will warm those winter nights. That's all. That's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time will never destroy. So if you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore for now and evermore. That's all. That's all. There are those, I'm sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time will never destroy. So if you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore for now and evermore. That's all. Oh, that's all. Oh, that's all. That's all. Thank you so much. I love that song. It's Mel Torme had a nickname. You folks remember what that was? The Velvet Fog. They call me the Velvet Mist. And I'm happy with that. There was another great entertainer, a little bit younger than Mel. And they used to say that if he had lived a little longer, he died actually, I believe he was 39. His name was Bobby Darin. And this next tune, which really was his second biggest hit, I got to sing it. I was opening up at the Copacabana in New York for Henny Youngman. Take my wife, please. My wife, she lost her wallet. I never called the police because whoever found it spends less than she does. Hey, the shark bait has such deep deer, and he shows them pearly white. Hey, but just a jackknife has all the man keeping, and it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites, hey, with his teeth dip, scarlet billows start to spread. Hey, but fancy gloves though, where's all the man keeping? So there's never a trace of red. Now on the sidewalk, Sunday morning, lies a body, or just oozing light. Hey, someone sneaking around that corner. Could that someone, hey, someone be back tonight? Oh, there's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know, where a seaman bear, I'll say you're dropping on down. Hey, that cement is there, it's strictly for the weight, dear. Now Now 5 will get you 10. That old Mackey's back in town. Now did you hear about the way he disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. And now Mackey spends just like a sailor. Could it be that he's done something rash? Hey, I said, Jenny Diver, look out, Sugie Tawdry. Oh, watch out for Miss Solana Lenya and good old Lucy Brown. Hey, that light form on my right, babe. Now that Mackie's back in a New York town. Hey, I said, down the look out, Sugie Tawdry. Oh, watch out for Miss Alana Lenya and old Lucy Brown. Hey, that light forms on my right, babe. Now that Mackie are back in town. Whoa, whoa. Look at old Mackie is back. Thank you. Wow, guys, you are hot tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Tom, Dave, and you know who more. No, it's great. You know, I tell you, I'm so fortunate and just been so lucky, you know, playing condominiums and assisted living, and it makes no difference. If I can just for a couple of minutes, just make you happy and forget all your aches and pains and the person you're sitting next to that you really don't like. Or she's looking right here, look at him. The three, I love you, yeah. I heard what you said about her. No. Look how nice she's dressed. And you going jogging later? No, she's looking, who am I talking to? No, I'm teasing. But it's such a pleasure for me. It really is. Because I feel like, you know, I get verklempt, you know? Because I tell you, I grew up where I grew up. I had a great family life. My parents were really very nice. And I tell you, my father was really great. He was just a little cheap. In fact, he was so cheap, he got the rabbi of our temple in trouble with the IRS. The IRS called the rabbi at the temple. Said, hello, is it Rabbi Schwartz? Yes, speaking. Rabbi Schwartz, does Mr. Shine go to your temple? Yes, he does. Rabbi Schwartz, did Mr. Shine donate $10,000 to the temple? Rabbi said, yes, he will. He will. My father retired. You know, there were no computers. You couldn't go on the internet or anything. He had to go to Social Security. So he had to go in the neighborhood. It was called Jamaica, New York. And he walks into the social, you know, and he says to the lady, young girl at the counter, if you won't mind, would you help me? Yes, sir. He goes, the only thing is I lost my birth certificate and all my important papers. She said, sir, that won't be a problem. If you'd be so kind as to simply unbutton your shirt, open it up, and just show me your chest full of white hair. Well, he thought in a moment, an unusual request. What the heck? So he unbuttoned the shirt, opened it up, showed his chest full of white hair. She said, you're in. You're going to get Social Security. He was so happy. He buttoned up his shirt, tucked it in, drove home, walked in the house and said, darling, guess what? I got Social Security. And all I had to do was open my shirt and show them my chest full of white hair. To which my mother said, Dave, why didn't you drop your pants? You could have gotten disability. But I thought it was funny. And you know, did you like that? It was cute. You'll be telling your neighbors and your relatives tomorrow. My parents had a little studio apartment on 5th Avenue, not far from St. Patrick's Cathedral. And my father and my uncle, they would be leaving their social club, you know, and they're walking down 5th Avenue, and they find themselves standing directly in front of St. Patrick's Cathedral, and they see this big sign. It says, come inside, learn about Catholicism, convert, we'll give you $50. You know, my uncle says, "It's my father, I'm going in." He goes, "What are you talking about?" "I'm going in, I want to see." My uncle goes in for the lecture, and my father's sitting on a bench in front of the cathedral. Not 1 hour later, just as the sun rises every day, my uncle comes out. My father says, "Oh, what happens?" And my uncle said, "I did it." He said, "You did what?" "You converted?" "Well, did you at least get the $50? And my uncle said, "Is that all you people think about?" My God, really, this is it. You know, when my parents first moved to this young one, he's like, "You got it?" "Oh, you are schmuck." Anyhow, no, I'm kidding. That's not a bad word. It's not a bad word. It's not a bad word. It's like the guy that comes home one day, doesn't realize his wife is fooling around. And she's in bed with this other guy. And she hears the car pulling into the driveway because she can hear the garage door going up. She says, Murray, he can't, he's going to kill us. You gotta hide. Where am I going to hide? I can't, no, under the bed? No, you can't. In the closet? No, he'll look in the closet. What? So he goes into the bathroom and he pulls the curtain closed of the shower. So the guy goes up, he goes, Bernice, I'm home. Bernice, and he goes upstairs. Bernice, what? He sees the door to the bedroom is closed. He walks inside. He sees you. Bernice, what's going on? Nothing, Doc. So, you're fooling around, Bernice. Where is he? I'll kill the son of a gun. Where is he? He looks in the closet. He's not there. Under the bed, he's not there. He goes and looks in the bathroom. He can see the shower behind the curtain. He pulls the curtain open, and the guy says, "Excuse me, sir, I'm voting." He's so cute. Come on. Yo, that's right. Susan, am I right? Am I right, Susan? Well, can I bring up Susan anytime? Yes? Susan, come up and join me. I thought that they were going to... A pretty girl is like a melody. I'm not a tough act. To follow? No, darling. Do you cook? You do? Can you make a brisket? You really? When am I being invited? I would love to marry you. What? I understand that she was, what? Set the date. Give me a second here. Hold on, I got a joke. Okay. You know, what do you think? You're the only one that runs around with a kazoo in his pants? Listen. I got a colonoscopy joke that's just going to... Let's go. We're going to play she wanted to play my kazoo. She came up to me. She said, "How big is your kazoo?" I said, "I haven't even met you yet, for crying out loud." Okay, you go first, because I understand you're like a premier kazoo player. It isn't? Really? Okay, tell me the song. Get me on the church. Okay, you start and I'll follow. A little higher, a little higher. That was wonderful. I've done a lot of things in my life I'm not proud of, but I've never played the kazoo. It's like going out on a date and they say, "Can you play the kazoo?" I once went on a blind date and I was so nervous. So I bought, you know those little Alka-Seltzer tablets? They come in the little foil package if you have a heartburn. I didn't know what to expect. It was a blind date, what she would look like. I'm a little schnook, you know? So I took the Alka-Seltzer tablet, and when she walked over to me and said, "Are you Warren?" I said, "Hold on 1 second." and I took it and started to put it in my mouth. And as it dissolved, the white foam started coming out. And that was it. But you're a charming young lady. And let me know, and thank you very much. And whenever you want to make brisket, I'll drive the 3 hours to get here. Believe me, she thinks I'm kidding. I'm not. No, I'm being very serious. You know, just wait a second, stop pushing me. But, my God, my God, I don't know. My parents, when they moved, if I don't tell these stories, I'm going to go to hell. I just know it. My parents, when my parents moved from Long Island, after they were in Florida for about a month, I said, Pop, how do you like it? He goes, I love it. Delray Beach is fantastic. I got my golf, I got bingo, I got the baker, the candlestick maker, the butcher, everything. It's great. A couple of weeks later, Pop, what's doing? He says, get me the heck out of here. I'm married to your mother 50 years. I finally realized something. I don't like her. And we've run out of things to talk about. So I send them to a geriatric psychologist, a very nice young lady. She invites them to her office. They sit down and she says, I'm now going to question you both to see how well you know each other. And she questions my mother. My mother answers every question beautifully. And then she says, Dave, let me ask you one. Let me start with you. What is your wife's favorite flower? To which my father responded, Pillsbury. And then the fight started. But that wasn't enough. You know, in Florida, everybody goes to a doctor. Remember those days? Any doctors here? Retired doctors? Who? You were a doctor? You were a doctor? Can I ask you a question? I got something over here. No, sit, you can sit. I got something here. Maybe you want to take a look at it later? I'm telling you, maybe right here. Oh, I'm getting excited. You shouldn't believe it. You'll take a look later. You really were a doctor? What'd you practice? Pathology. Answer me one question. What the hell happened to me? For Christ? Let me ask you something, pathologist. Because I'm a law. You only dead people? I'll lay on the floor. I'll lay on the floor. I wonder. By the way, if I die and you happen to work on me, if you find a watch, I've been looking for it. No, I didn't swallow it. I didn't. Boy, why do they call a doctor they're practicing? When the hell are you going to get it right? You know? Oh my God, I tell you. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm on a roll. That's what it's called. Good. What do you care? So my parents are in Florida, and you know, they're married 50 years, and you know, their bedroom life wasn't what it was supposed to be. So they go to the doctor. Doctor says, kids. My doctor always called them kids. You were just here a few weeks ago. What are you worried about? You're married a long time. You can't plan having a little romance. You have to have spontaneity. Do me a favor. Just think about spontaneity. When spontaneity hits, you'll have a little fun. Come back in 2 weeks. We'll talk about it. Now, 2 weeks later, they're back in his office. So what happened? He says, Doctor, my father says, all those signs, NYU, Cornell, you should for sure declare Harvard. I had to throw that in. I had to throw that in. He goes, you are smart, spontaneity, 100%. Just the other day, my beautiful bride and I were sitting at the breakfast table, when all of a sudden she drops her spoon. No, she pushes her chair back, and she stands up, and then she bends over to pick up the spoon. I'm looking at her bending over, my father's, and I felt spontaneity from the top of my head to my toes. I went crazy. I threw all the dishes off the breakfast table. I took off my clothes. I took off her clothes. She lay down on the table. We made love not once, not twice, 3 times. You want to talk about spontaneity? The doctor said, that's wonderful. I'm glad to see everything worked out. Any other problems? My father said just one. We can never, ever go back into IHOP again. You know, it's great because I want to tell you, what's great about this audience, you know, I'll tell you what, you're laughing and you're alive. That's, you know, when I go to Florida and I look up the stage, I look at some of the people, and I'll say if there's 300 people, 390 are women, and everyone looks like they're from Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. But I'm looking at you. You folks compared to them, you're like sperm. You see another one. She's looking like I don't know. But let's. I don't know. How about? Are we okay? No one's gonna come complain about me tomorrow. Tell you, no, I'm just joking. You won't complain. You're a Raffle. You know, I gotta tell you, I had to go to my rabbi. You know, I never knew that there's a gland in my body, what it was, until it started bothering me. Gentlemen, you'll know this more so. Well, the ladies will know. It's called the prostate gland. I honestly didn't, realize what happens as you get older. I said to my doctor, I said, I'm getting up 2, 3, times at night to go to the bathroom. And he says, well, this is what happens, when you get older. I guess the only way for me to really explain it, I can do it in 6 words. I pee like a stutterer talks. And just think about it. You think I'm kidding? And just the other night, about 4:30 in the morning, I got up, I had to go. And I'm standing there, and I'm waiting and humming and singing. I'm telling a poem to myself. I'm riddling, I'm joking. I'm putting my hand into some warm water. I'm looking at, I'm going for the heck of it. You wanted to come here. And I hear my better half yelling to me, who are you talking to? And I said, no one you'd remember. Okay. Did you look? She's laughing, you got it. And he's looking at me like I'm an idiot. Okay, no, but it is. Let's do a little Perry Como.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Do you remember Perry Como? You know what Perry Como did before he was a famous singer? That's right. He cut my hair today. Perry Como lived 3 blocks from me in Port Washington, Long Island. He was the most gentle, kind man I ever met in my life. And one year I was coming back from Florida. It was about 1973 or 4. And I'm waiting for my ride to pick me up. And I had not met him yet. But he was standing 10 feet away in one of those Sergio Valente jogging outfits, And I had to introduce myself, and he goes, well, if we both live in Port Washington, call your cab, forget it, let me give you a ride home. I'm in a limousine with Perry Como, and we start talking. And he says, Warren, you're such a nice kid. He says, what do you want to do when you grow up? I said, I want to be a boy singer. He said, that's so funny. So do I. And truth be told, he spent 44 years on television, and he was only one of, I think, 5 or 6 professional recording artists who ever had 2 gold records in 1 year. This is the first one that he did. I hope you enjoy it. Which one is it?
Well, there's 2 of them.
There are 2 of them. You really have to go to see your proctologist.
And I love you so.
Yeah. Anything you want to play. Kishin Tuchas Alain, I don't care. You okay, folks, really? Isn't this a different kind of show? It's off the cuff. Why did I get dressed up? And I love you so. But people ask me how I've lived till now. I tell them I don't know. I guess they'll understand how lonely life has been. But life began again the day you took my hand. can be. The shadows follow me, and the nights won't set me free. But I won't let the evenings get me down. Now that you're around me, and you love me too, your thoughts are just for me. You set my spirits free. I'm happy that you do. The book of life is brief, and once a page is read, all but love is dead. That is my belief. And yes, I know how long life can be. The shadows, they follow me, and the nights won't set me free. But I won't let the evening get me down. Now that you're around me. Thank you. Did you get the picture? You got it? You sure? Okay, not my tuchus avantage, but you got, okay. I'm just checking. So anyhow, are we okay? We're fine? Have I gone over my limit? Did anything wrong? Something I'm gonna have to see my rabbi about? Okay, move on. What does this mean? Getting a parking ticket? Oh my God. I'm not kidding. Doc, I'm talking to you. Reminds me of the woman that walked into the drugstore. Pharmacist says, can I help you? She whispers, yes, I'd like some arsenic, please. He said, arsenic? I can't give you that. So she opens up her purse, takes out a picture, hands it to the pharmacist. He looks at the photograph. It's a picture of his wife in bed with her husband. So he says to her, why didn't you tell me you brought a prescription? This one you're like, you're shaking. You never heard that one before? You did? Okay, I'm just checking. Okay. Okay, fine.
Come fly with me.
Okay. How about a little Sinatra? You like that? Okay. Am I gone over my time limit? Did anything wrong? God, I want to be asked back sometime when I'm living here. Keep going. You're a gentleman. It's good to see you. You together? How long you together? Let him talk. Let him say something, for granted. What? How? I'm all right? I am good. How long you together? 20 minutes. He's not taking enough pills. That's all I can tell you. No, really. 10 days? 2 years? Couple of months? Good for you. Good for you. That's great. That's great. Oh my God, am I going to be in bad trouble tonight? Okay, come on, Joe.
Ready?
I'm ready.
2.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. Well, if you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band and the drink is brewed for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just fly. Starry-eyed, once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear, oh, the angels cheer, because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Or just say the words and we'll beat the birds to Acapulco Bay. Well, it's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, fly, let's fly away. The Tom Lamar Trio. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear, oh, the angels cheer, because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Come on now, say the words, we'll beat those birds to Acapulco Bay. Well, it's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, baby, fly with me. Come fly, come fly with me. You know, you're getting a lot of pictures. I hope they're good. Could you send them to my website, Warren Shine, at AOL? That's, you know, you're not that funny. That is smart. And this hat? Can I borrow it?
You can try it.
Oh my God, you got one heck of a big head. I'll take Manhattan, the Bronx mit Staten. No, not if I'm wearing a green hat. That's it. You're a lovely guy, Russell. That's all I know. Here's this, huh? I've got you under my skin.
Oh, under my skin.
What did you pick out?
I don't know what the hell you said.
Well, because I want to tell you how, I have to, 1 second. These are absolutely fantastic musicians. Number one, I've never worked with the drummer, and I never will again. So no, Mark, I'm only kidding. You got big hands for a drummer, kiddo, but he's fantastic. I have no idea, just whatever comes out of my foolish head. And I've worked with Dave Landoni before, and you haven't gotten any better. But no, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. But this gentleman sitting at the piano, who I've gotten to know, about 6 or 7 years ago, has become a really close friend. And I traveled the country doing a show about Mel Torme. And 1 year up in Provincetown, I did not have a musical director. And our producer said, let me introduce you to Tom Lamarck. And in the inn that he was staying, they had a beautiful piano. And for 45 minutes, we rehearsed a show that took me 4.5 years to put together and take to different convention centers and theaters around the country. And this magnificent musician learned all those charts in 45 minutes. And when we presented it the next day, in my career, it was my single, but I felt to be the best performance I ever gave. And not that I'm bragging about it, but I am. But it was because of this man right here, Mr. Tom Lamarck. And you're getting me some lo mein tonight.
Okay.
I know it. Here's a song that is I can't even speak. I'm so happy. This song is played on the radio, on XM, on every channel, in every single town, village, city, country in the world. It was Frank Sinatra's biggest hit, and this arrangement was actually from Mr. Nelson Riddle, and I'm sure some of you know this song. Well, I've got you under my skin. Come on, sing with me. Well, I've got you deep in my heart. Come on, Rabbi, do this to my own stuff. So deep in my heart, now like this. I really I'm glad you weren't mind boiled. Yeah, I knew that, Rabbi. He was not, Rabbi, I'll cut your pecker off. Top, I've got you under my skin. Come on! Well, I've got you deep in the heart. I'm gonna sing. So deep in my heart that you're really a part. I've got you under my skin. Keep going, Rabbi. I've tried so not to give in. I don't care what you try. Well, I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. Close enough. But why should I try to? Thank you. Let's have a big applause. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice, comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool? Well, you never can win. Use your mentality. Wake up to reality. If ever change, you'll be first. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Let's pick up that tempo. Well, I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice, comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool? Oh, you never can win. Use your mentality. Wake up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop. Ooh, that was nice. Before I begin, 'cause I've got you under my skin. Yes, I've got you under my skin. Yes, I've got you under my skin. Thank you, such good sport. Such good sport. La da 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 da. Can I do, because we're getting close to time, can I do a little ballad that I love to do? It's from a show coming back to Broadway. I'm sure folks might have seen a chorus line. Well, let me tell you that many years ago, I was in a chorus line. I was the shortest one. But what makes this song special, it's actually the first song I ever sung solo to an audience. And I haven't done it in 25 or 30 years, but I thought you might enjoy it. And if you don't, I really don't care. Kiss today goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow. We did what we had to do. And I can't regret what I did for love, what I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew. But I won't forget what I did for love, what I did for love. Gone, love is never gone. As we travel on, love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye and point me toward tomorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love. You have been such an absolutely loving and adorable audience. I can't thank you enough for allowing me, along with my good friends, to join you tonight. And here again, if we've done anything, just made you feel good. That's all that counts. And it's been an honor and a privilege to entertain you and to work with these outstanding musicians. It has been said, and I believe that it is true even today, that the greatest entertainer that ever lived was Al Jolson. So I'd like to end this evening's program, if I may, with a tribute to him that I've been doing, oh my gosh, for maybe 40 years. I've kind of played around with the lyrics a little bit, but it's a fun tune, and you're more than welcome to sing along with us. I would hope to think, as I look out into the audience, that you'll know these, whether if you're 20 years old, 60 years old, 50 years old. I just turned 71 years old recently, and I think I look really great. No, I'm just teasing.
Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready. What, you got somewhere to go? Been entertaining for a long time, on stages where I love to be. Got lots of gigs, I've made it big, and I am on TV. Did voiceovers for toilet paper, for Lucky Charms and M&Ms. I used to croon in the saloons, but that was way back when. Oh, 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 showbiz, how I love you, how we all are family. Forget your aches and pains. Sit back, enjoy, and let me try and entertain you. My agents waiting for me, begging for me. When I do spotlights, the best is getting a standing O when everybody loves my show. Sun kissed me, said, don't be late. Oh, that's why I can hardly wait. Open up, oh, that big white gate. California, here I come. Oh, weep no more, my lady. Sing that song for me. Soft and low, just as though you had me on your knee. I'm in David Kippen, I'm gonna deliver. The minute that you sing that Swanee, 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 I keep on doing Swanee because I cannot get up. Rockabye, my rockabye baby, with a Dixie melody. When there are gray skies, I don't mind the gray skies. You make them blue, sunny boy. Friends may forsake me, let them all forsake me. I still have you. Ma, you're scaring the hell out of me. My sunny boy. And your hair matches this outfit. Very coordinated. And when it's raining, have no regrets. Cause it isn't raining, raining, rain, you know. It's raining violets. And when you see clouds upon the hill, you soon are gonna see more daffodils. So keep on looking, looking, looking for those bluebirds and listening for their call. 4 years at Berkeley, that's the best you can do? I'm kidding, I love
You
it.
only get one.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's my wife always says. Anyhow, whenever April showers come along. Yesterday I heard a lover sigh. Well, goodbye, oh me, oh my. 7 times he got aboard his train, and 7 times he'd hurry back, kiss his love again and tell her, toot toot tootsie, don't cry. Toot toot tootsie, goodbye. That choo-choo train that takes me away from you, no words can tell how sad it makes me. Oh, toot tootsie, kiss me again, and let's do it again. Now watch for the mail, I'll never fail. If you don't get a letter, then you'll know I'm in jail. Don't cry, Tootsie, don't cry. Goodbye, Tootsie, goodbye. Thank you, that's all, folks. God bless you all. Thank you.
Hello? Thank you very, very much, Warren. Now, we're moving into Nosh? No, next door for our dessert reception. Right here. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be in the back of the room. So don't leave. In spite of the time, play the long ball this evening. It's very, very exciting. And again, thank you. And the Scholarship Fund thanks you for the wonderful support that you provided. We appreciate it. Thank you.